And while he was doing so, he came to understand the victim, Mr. Deacon's movements.
Objection!
Let's not go down the whole movements path again, okay? I don't want that man to come up and say, "Oh, I don't want to talk about my bowel movements again." Hello everyone, this is Bodyguard Binks and welcome back to Let's Play Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth. Let's continue on in the third case of the game. Ah, snap. Well, what have we here? A bunch of hooligans running amok, I see. Weird to picture him saying running amok, but oh well. God, you sexy mofo! What you doing here? Agent Lang, how nice of you to join us. Well, I can't have you going around messing up my crime scenes. Agent Lang, we've discovered that the real scene of the murder is here, the stadium. I see. Thanks. Now get the F out. For what? I'm just trying to show you my appreciation for all the time you saved me. Who knew that such a strange little toy could recreate a crime scene like that? Ah, they were watching.
Little Thief is not a toy.
You two. Sir! He didn't even tell them anything, they just knew what he wanted them to do. And there you have it. You see? Big boys like me don't need silly toys, little girl.
Why are you so male chauvinistic?
What do you mean?
I mean, calling me little girl, calling Mr. Edgeworth pretty boy. You feel really arrogant and stuck up, you know?
Now this is a recreation. So what? Do you still intend to assert that Officer Meekins is the killer? Of course. Even knowing that the crime took place here doesn't let him off the hook. Alright, let's hear your shitty logic. I love you, man, but seriously. This is the real scene of the crime. Officer Meekins lay in wait for the victim on top of the stage. And when the victim finally showed, he shot him from on high. That's the truth your little recreation showed. How far will you go to accuse Officer Meekins of the crime? He's the most likely suspect we've got, especially given the situation with his gun. And I didn't have to go that far, it's like 10 steps away from me maybe. I was talking metaphorically. I knew that. Ling Z says nobody likes a show-off.
Well, even if he is the killer, at least my recreation was on the mark.
You see? Thank you for understanding, my little crow girl.
You stop being so sexist! Ugh, I'm not some common crow. I'm the Yatagarasu, the Raven of Legend.
Unfortunately, your conclusion has yet to be tested, so let's see how well it holds up. Oh, I can hold it up pretty well, I think. Okay, we're not going down this path. Alright, real scene of the crime. Wait. I think this might be the problem. So you agree with how our recreation turned out? Like I said, I'm grateful that you were able to save me some time. Alright, but we still don't know why he chose to wait on top of the stage. Who cares? Maybe he wanted to become the Blue Badger. It's pretty creepy, you know. Who's to say he didn't see the stage and decided to put on a Badger stage show of his own?
Or maybe there's a completely different reason.
What does it matter? It still doesn't change the fact that Officer Meekins stood up on that stage and shot the victim on the ground below.
Did we? Okay, let's address this one first, actually. We should have. Lying in wait. How did Officer Meekins even know the victim was going to come here?
Simple. He was investigating the kidnappers, right? And while he was doing so, he came to understand the victim, Mr. Deacon's movements.
Let's not go down the whole movements path again, okay? I don't want that man to come up and say,
"Oh, I don't want to talk about my bowel movements again."
Huh. And why would the good officer want to ambush and kill a kidnapper?
You mean his motive? Who knows and who cares?
Dude, motive is so freaking important. Why do you guys only focus on it when it's convenient to you? It makes me so mad. It's like sometimes they'll just randomly accuse someone and as Phoenix we're defending them and it's like they don't even have a motive.
And they're like, doesn't matter, there's all this evidence here.
And it's like, what the fudge? That's my biggest pet peeve.
You can find that out for yourself when you talk to him in jail.
You have no respect for the order of law.
Don't get me wrong, but I need more than "there's no motive" to convince me otherwise.
He's right. The lack of a motive is a rather weak argument by itself. Biggs is triggered.
So, the officer lay in wait on top of the stage.
Okay, let's see if we could just present. Shot from abdomen through shoulder. That doesn't line up at all, bro.
I'm terribly sorry, Agent Lang. I should have warned you that our recreation is incomplete. You cut in quite unexpectedly, after all. What's that supposed to mean?
Do you want the literal definition? Somebody please get me a dictionary.
Stop being a smartass and just tell me.
You said that the victim was shot by the killer from up above, correct? I hate to break it to you, but that's not possible. Huh? Why not?
Recall Mr. Deacon's body, specifically where the gunshot wounds were located.
Actually, I didn't get that good of a look.
Oh, well then, that's fine. I looked plenty. The bullet entered Mr. Deacon in his abdominal region and exited his right shoulder. This is more consistent with an angled shot from beneath the victim.
Get out of here! Oh, my voice acting there is... I think it's more like I'm not sure how to do his because I'm so used to Edgeworth making those weird sounds.
So he's like, yeah.
And Edgeworth's like,
you're copying me.
Then, yes, our recreation had the victim being shot at an angle from above. A clear contradiction.
You're discounting your own conclusions?
No, this one point is the only flaw. This was the mistaken parameter in our recreation. Would be, their locations, yeah. Yes, the locations of the killer and the victim were wrong.
Oh, I get it. I see what you're trying to say.
I believe the killer and the victim was standing opposite to what we initially thought. It was the victim who was on top of the stage as he was being shot by the killer. Okay. If this is what happened, it also explains the positioning of the gunshot wounds. But then, what about the footprints? Since footprints don't lie, we can assume then that the killer also wore a costume. Okay, I'll try using that data instead. Ooh, that's not good for Meekins though, because he's in that costume. Judging by the fact that both the killer and the victim were wearing costumes, I'd say it was a killing between the two kidnappers. That would be the most natural conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Agent Lang?
Huh. Well done, Mr. Prosecutor. But that alone doesn't clear Officer Meekins of the crime.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna go with this. Alright.
I ask that you take another good look at the tire marks over there. The 3 marks are indicative.
Well, sometimes they say indicative. I'm gonna say indicative.
Are indicative of the Blue Badgermobile. That story Officer Meekins told about that shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie. He drove the Blue Badgermobile here and committed the murder. Then, he used the car to move the body to the garage in the Wild Wild West area.
Alright.
You believe he moved the body with the car? That's right. It was Officer Meekins himself who pointed us to the way he did it.
The 3 tire tread marks are very telling. However, is the Blue Badgermobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern? Alright. Look at the tire marks. Blue Badger. Are you sure? Because there's something else that's possibly. I mean, can we argue that this is here? I'm not sure if we can argue. I might have to press before I can say anything. I think so. We might have to do some pressing first. Hold on. 3 tire marks. I have to agree that the Blue Badgermobile has 3 tires.
Of course. The only thing in this park that could make those marks is that roving shop.
Objection!
Are you forgetting that there are in fact 3 of them? You can't simply ignore the pink and the proto-Badgermobiles, Agent Lang.
Knuckle back!
Of course. I didn't say it couldn't be either of the other 2. But I see no reason to drag them into this just to complicate things.
Lang, the way that things work in the world, you can't just ignore stuff just because it would complicate things. Life is complicated, bro.
Hold it!
Of course, you have some sort of proof that it was all a lie, correct?
Of course not.
Well, that was blunt.
But suppose it is a lie. It would explain a lot of things. Like his movements and his whereabouts.
Did you have to say movements? Stop it! Every time I see that word, all I think about is Meekins taking a dump. My own past jokes coming back to haunt me.
Hold it!
Okay. So you still claim that the tire marks belong to the Blue Badger Mobile?
It must have arrived on the scene after the ground had become wet with rain. Officer Meekins committed the murder.
Hold it!
Besides the Blue Badger Mobile, there are other ways the body could have been moved.
Not so fast!
Recall what the Wild Wild West area looked like. Only the Blue Badger Mobile and Mr. Deacon's body were in the garage. I'd say that's proof. I suppose if one were to look at that place, that would be the only logical conclusion. However, my experience tells me that the truth is usually not so easily found. Is there some sort of problem with Agent Lang's statement with regard to that scene?
Yes. Looks like the only thing that car was selling was death, not dreams.
Only if what Agent Lang believes turns out to be true. The 3 tired tread marks are very telling, however. Is the Blue Badger Mobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern?
Hold it!
The tire marks? Yes, the tire marks. The ones there behind the stage.
Ah, I see them now.
They were hidden up until now by the various pieces of stage equipment. As for when they were made,
They must have been made after the rain had begun to fall, correct?
yes, and probably around the same time as when the killer's footprints were made. The tires on that Blue Badger Mobile probably got pretty muddy because of that.
Ah, here we go.
I say it's the Blue Badger Mobile because, well, that's pretty obvious too.
Alright, so he mentions... I don't know which one to present it on. There, he used the car to move the body's garage. No, I think it's that one. The one with the car in the garage. I feel like it's this one. So let's try.
Objection!
Nope. Fuck. Wrong statement. Alright.
That thing has nothing to do with what I was saying, now put it away! I don't want to see your cock! Your logic is so badly in need of repair that you might as well throw it out too. What are you talking about? My part of me was not out, it was just my finger. Oh, that's right. Well, I guess it's so small I could have easily mistaken it. This is the real deal here. Your courtroom mannerisms are worthless at a crime scene. Ugh. You dare to insult my finger, and my part, and the courts! I don't know which insult is worse.
Okay. It might just be this one. The Blue Badger Mobile?
Objection!
No? I feel like I'm missing something.
Oh, this is new. What? Lang Z says, Banks, you suck. Confidence is like a soul, and words without confidence are but empty shells. You shouldn't waste your breath on words you have no confidence in, Mr. Prosecutor. Although it's just as bad to say something in full confidence and be wrong. Ugh, stop it.
Are you going to let him lecture you about your self-confidence like that?
I don't need to be overflowing with self-confidence, I just need to think rationally. After all, I only need to be confident in the facts.
I'm feeling like, cause I kept presenting. It might just be because I kept presenting this one because of the picture, but now I'm thinking about it. Oh, it's talking about his actual murder, even though it includes that photo. I was going by the photo rather than the description. That's my fault. It's my fault. I was on the right track. I'm just stupid. Alright, present the blue Badgermobile itself. Duh, Binks. Duh.
Sorry, Agent Lang, but that's an impossible tale. And why is that? Those tire marks could not have been left by Officer Meakin's blue Badgermobile. One look at the car would have told you so.
See, that's the image I was looking for, but I didn't see it, so I was using the other one because I saw that. Okay, alright.
What proves that the blue Badgermobile had never been to the stadium?
Just look at the tire, bro. It's not muddy.
Take that!
Take a good look at the tires. There's not a single dollop of mud to be found on it. If this car had come to the backstage area and left those tire tracks, then the lack of mud on these tires stands out as a very peculiar indeed. Then how do you explain the tire tracks, genius? Get your finger out of my face.
Hey, I've got it. What about Miss Oldbag's pink Badgermobile? Don't be ridiculous. I was sleeping the entire time with the second-tier seats.
Indeed, I believe we can rule her out as someone related to the crime, unfortunately. When will the day come that this woman will commit a crime and go to jail?
It'll be the day when I kill you for not loving me back, Edgy Poo.
What was that?
Nothing.
Someone please tell me you recorded that so that we can use it to get a restraining order. However, there was yet one more roving store, as I recall.
Oh, you mean the Proto-Badger?
That's right. My paralysis demon. There was one more parking space inside that garage. Or garage. Whatever. And it proves the existence of a Proto-Badgermobile. Agent Lang, I suggest you find this Proto-Badgermobile post-haste. And look, my finger pointing is much better than yours. There must still be some sort of incriminating evidence in it.
Huh? Who's this? Hey, did you hear something?
Help.
Oh. What the? He's in handcuffs. And he's barefoot. And his ears! Sorry.
Help me.
Oh. Are you alright?
Well, this is something. Looks like we found our kidnapping victim. Where were you all this time?
You're just questioning the dude instead of calling for paramedics or checking if he's still alive. They're just standing there.
While with kidnappers. He was in the room next to the one I was held in. Ran away using underground and got lost. The kidnappers. Huh? What is it? I can't understand what you're trying to say. Stop talking all dramatically. The kidnappers escaped wearing costumes. Did you see the faces of your kidnappers? No, I didn't see their faces. But two. One was a woman. A woman? quite an important piece of testimony. Hey, what are you guys doing? Stop standing there and get your cops on this already. I'll even let you guys have what the kid said just now. Consider it a gift. him and his sidekick, they're so perfectly in sync, it's scary. Now, am I going to get out of my crime scene or am I going to have to get rough? I bet you like it rough though, don't you, Edgeworth? I am not going to respond to this. Let's go, Kay. Ugh. Again.
You're nothing but a big bully. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go.
Oh, no, no, no. Not you. You're a very important witness for my case. I'm not about to let you get away that easily.
Don't count on me to testify because I won't. Not for you. That's right. I won't either. You hear me, you young whippersnapper? How dare you flirt with Edgy Poo in front of me?
Hey, calm down. There's no need for all this hostility. I just want to take a statement from each of you. I'm not going to rough either of you up. I give you my word. You're not my type anyway. Come now, fair maidens. What do you say? Will you cooperate?
Oh, fair maidens. Oh, you're such a jerk, but you're quite handsome. I suppose I'll let you flirt with Edgy Poo and me. I don't mind a good threesome, you know.
Excuse me while I throw up a little. Why did I make this joke? Why? Oh god.
My, you little rascal. You sure know the way into a woman's heart.
Ling Zi says, the passage of time is but a fleeting moment, and a lady is young forever.
Huh! Trying to outdo my Edgy Poo with your fancy schmancy sayings. Let's get this over with. So we're clear, I'm only interested in giving you my statement and my body, but my heart belongs to Edgy Poo.
Sure, just as soon as Mr. Prosecutor leaves us be.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Just kicked out. Okay. Well, that sucks. Well, that's it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry I got stuck earlier. I was being stupid. Duh. And until next time, have a nice day.